Hello everyone, this is Coach Joel. And whether I'm online or offline, I get many requests from students and learners on how to improve their backhand technique. So in this video, we're going to explore all the techniques that's involved in backhand. Whether you are a beginner or whether you are a more advanced player, there's going to be something for you here. So to kick things off, we're going to talk about the backhand grip. First of all, we're going to talk about the thumb grip. How you do that is, imagine you're giving a good sign to your friend or your opponent, right? And then you put the racket up this way with the strings facing you and the opponent. So every time you press your thumb into the racket, right, you are tapping the shuttle across. The other grip is called the bevel grip. You first hold it in the forehand grip position, and then the index finger comes down, and then the thumb comes up, and the thumb rests on the corner of the grip. So there's just one practice that you can use for both different grips, and that is just placing the shuttle here and continuously hitting up, right? One thing that you can focus on is in using the thumb to press the racket upwards. Next, we're going to talk about the backhand netting. So the grip should be the bevel grip where the thumb rests on the corner of the racket. One thing to focus on is to loosen the grip and not have you squeeze it so hard so that you can use your wrist in a flexible motion. And one thing I learned from my coach is to use your fingers to control the strength and the direction instead of using your wrist. One exercise you can do is get your friend to take a roll and throw the shuttle to you one at a time, and you just practice rolling and pushing the shuttle lightly across like that. So after practicing the straight net, now let's look at how to do the backhand crosscut net. So the position of your body is important. Make sure that your right leg is across, and the whole idea is to keep your wrist flexible and bring the racket head from a straight net position to a cross position like that. Okay, you have to keep your wrist loose and your finger loose so that you can complete this maneuver. One pro tip is to have your leg across the shuttle, right? If you don't do that, then you have to overstretch and it's going to be very difficult to bring the shuttle across. One practice you can do is to have your friend throw the shuttle to you, and then you can practice this multiple times in a row. Next, we're going to look at how to defend yourself with a backhand block. Right, so the whole idea is that your opponent will smash at you, and the backhand block is for you to defend yourself against a smash. So the standing position is feet shoulder width apart, lean slightly forward, racket in front of you, and when the shuttle comes at you like that, you want to move the racket head back without moving your arm too much. And then just gently squeeze the racket a little bit so that the shuttle will bounce off the strings and over the net. One practice you can do is to serve a shuttle to your friend and have your friend smash at you, and you practice this movement of moving the head back, squeezing the racket a little bit. Next, we're going to look at how to do the backhand lifting. So the whole idea is for you to take a shot near the net and you want to place it to the back end of the court. So you start off with the racket head in a flat position like that, and using your thumb, you bring it to a somewhat upright position. So the practice here is for you to get a friend to throw multiple shuttles at you at the front, and then you practice this movement of flat, upright, using your thumb to push the racket up. Next, we're going to look at how to do the backhand pushing. So when are you going to use this is when your opponent gives you a front court shot and it's a little bit loose, and you can attack your opponent by using a backhand push. So the general direction of the shuttle is either straight and down or just down, right? And how you're going to do it is by loosening your grip, pulling the racket back, and then using your thumb power to push the racket forward, sending the shuttle straight down like that. The practice over here is to have your friend hold a row of shuttle, throwing to you one by one, and then you practice pulling back the racket and pushing the shuttle. Next, we're going to look at how to do the backhand drop shot from the overhead position. So the grip is a bevel grip where your thumb is placed at the corner of the racket. The ready position is when you pull back the racket head where it's in a flat position, and then you bring it to a somewhat upright position using your wrist, and then you follow through down and forward. A pro tip is that you want to position your body such that the contact point is nearer to the net than behind you, because when it's behind you, you really have to bend your wrist a lot. The practice over here is have your friends serve the shuttle to the back court so that you can just keep practicing the backhand drop shot. Next, we're going to look at how to do the backhand lobbing. So for the grip, it's going to be like the bevel grip where the thumb is at the corner of the racket. The starting position is where the racket is somewhat flat with the racket head back, and then you want to bring it to a somewhat upright position, and the contact point is at the highest point possible for you, slightly forward. Now the pro tip I want to give to you is to not focus on the arm swing, but to focus on the thumb and the wrist flick. Right? This way you will get the maximum output. The practice over here is for your friend to either serve one shuttle at a time to you, or he can continuously return your ball so that you can continuously lob back to him as well. Finally, we're going to look at how to do the backhand smash, like Lee Zii Jia or Taufik Hidayat. The grip here is the bevel grip, right? The ready position is where the racket is flat and behind you. You want to rotate your wrist and use your thumb power to flick the racket upwards and later on downwards. Now, the pro tip over here is that the contact point must be slightly in front of you where your racket is already in a downward position. And the follow through will help you to add power and also add on to your footwork when you're following up in front. The practice over here is to have your friend hold a row of shuttle and serve to your backhand side so that you can continuously practice that backhand smash. If this episode has been helpful for you, please click like and subscribe. And I want to hear in the comment section below what you think I should do next. Bye! Thank you for watching this episode. If it has been helpful for you, please click like and subscribe. And I want to hear in the comment section below on what you think I should produce next. Bye!